Line number 71 to 80. Oh, is there? She said. Something oh that, I said. Then I'll know who to thank, she said, and give me a straight look. Hurry up please, it's time. If you don't like it you can get on with it, I said. Others can pick and choose if you can't. But if Albert makes off, it won't be for lack of telling. You ought to be ashamed, I said, to look so antique. And her only 31. Closing parenthesis. I can't help it, she said, pulling a long face. It's them pills I took, to bring it off, she said. She's had 5 already, and nearly died of young George. Closing parenthesis. Explanation. The section explores themes of isolation, fragmentation, and breakdown of communication in modern society. In this conversation between two women, the societal pressure on women to conform to beauty standards and gender expectations is highlighted, along with the lack of reproductive rights and access to safe and legal abortion. The speaker's use of the phrase, "Hurry up please, it's time," is significant, as it suggests a sense of urgency and pressure that pervades modern society, particularly for women. The repeated use of the phrase throughout the section emphasizes the idea that time is running out, and that individuals must conform to societal expectations before it is too late. The conversation between the two women also reveals a power dynamic in which the speaker is judging and criticizing Lil for her appearance, while Lil appears resigned and hopeless in the face of societal expectations. The speaker's comment, "You ought to be ashamed to look so antique," reinforces the idea that women's worth is tied to their appearance, and that they must constantly strive to maintain their youthful beauty in order to be valued and accepted by society. Lil's revelation that she has taken pills to bring on a miscarriage or for contraception highlights the lack of reproductive rights and access to safe and legal abortion during the time period in which the poem was written. The fact that Lil has nearly died as a result of taking these pills emphasizes the danger and desperation that many women faced in their attempts to control their own bodies and lives. Overall, these lines reveal the harsh realities and societal pressures that women faced during the time period in which the poem was written. They suggest a sense of powerlessness and lack of agency for women, who were often judged and criticized for failing to conform to societal expectations, while also lacking control over their own bodies and reproductive choices. Line number 81 to 92. The chemist said it would be all right, but I've never been the same. You are a proper fool, I said. Well, if Albert won't leave you alone, there it is, I said. What you get married for if you don't want children? Hurry up please, it's time. Well, that Sunday Albert was home, they had a hot gammon. And they asked me in to dinner, to get the beauty of it hot. Hurry up please, it's time. Hurry up please, it's time. Good night Bill. Good night Lou. Good night May. Good night. Ta-ta. Good night. Good night. Good night, ladies, good night, sweet ladies, good night, good night. Explanation. The concluding lines of the "A Game of Chess" section of The Wasteland serve as a culmination of the themes explored in the section. The section is a commentary on the breakdown of communication and the isolation that pervades modern society, particularly for women. The lines, "You are a proper fool, I said," and "What you get married for if you don't want children," reveal the harsh societal expectations placed on women during the time period in which the poem was written. Women were expected to conform to traditional gender roles, which included marriage and motherhood, and those who did not were often viewed as foolish or abnormal. The speaker's callous response to Lil's plight reinforces the lack of empathy and understanding faced by women who did not conform to societal norms. The repetition of, "Hurry up please, it's time," throughout the section serves to emphasize the urgency and pressure that pervades modern society. The phrase can be interpreted as a reminder that time is running out and that individuals must conform to societal expectations before it is too late. This pressure is particularly acute for women, who are expected to marry and have children at a young age. The final lines of the section, with their repetitive and fragmented nature, emphasize the breakdown of communication and connection between individuals. The speaker bids farewell to various individuals, but the interactions feel hollow and insincere, reinforcing the sense of disconnection and isolation that pervades the poem. The use of the phrase, "Good night, sweet ladies," is ironic, as it serves to highlight the lack of sweetness or kindness in the interactions between the characters. Overall, these lines serve as a commentary on the harsh realities and societal pressures faced by women during the time period in which the poem was written. They reveal a lack of agency and control over their own lives and bodies, as well as a sense of disconnection and isolation in modern society. The repetition of the phrase, "Hurry up please, it's time," serves to emphasize the urgency and pressure that pervades modern life, particularly for women, while the final lines highlight the breakdown of communication and connection between individuals.